Hey, Shalom, Yashrala. This is your brother Dawah coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So real quick, as a, I thought that I actually sent this video out to the brothers over the, a couple days ago, but apparently it didn't send out. But nevertheless, just speaking with the brothers about this here video, it was, kind of noted that, put this up and make a video about this, because, a couple of the brothers around in the camp or whatever, whatnot, are just filming the things that's going on around them. All right. And just, you get to see these things, and these videos these videos are, verified videos. So it's not like, oh, this happened from years ago or whatever, whatnot. These are actual videos that we actually took. So I'm gonna show a video, all right, that I actually took the other morning, all right, as I was so I'm at work, right, and as I'm leaving out of this here plaza, I happen to see this long line, all right, at the grocery store. Now, one of our grocery stores we have out here in Florida is called Publix. Now, you'll see that this line, this is at 8 o'clock in the morning, all right. Now, the store's open. It's not like they waiting at the door to get in the store. The store's already open or whatever, whatnot, but you have this here long line wrapped all the way around, not the store, but the whole plaza, all right? Now, you have this also going on at the other chains like Costco's and Walmart's and whatever, whatnot, where you get up to the parking lot at 6 o'clock in the morning, completely the whole parking lot is full of cars or whatever, whatnot, But nevertheless, hey, as you can see right now, things are kind of tame right now, but again, I just was watching the movie Contagion the other day, and how there was a scene in there where they was like, oh, well, they was counting the people online. It's like, all right, we only got 50 more, whatever it was, whether it was vaccines or medicines or whatever it was. They only had 50 more. They hadn't counted out to the line. They only got, let's just say a quarter of the way down the line. The other 3/4 of the line, broke out into a riot, because they realized they wasn't going to get the things that they came for, all right? And this is what's going to start. This is what's going to start happening, because as you can see now, people are fighting over the toilet paper. There's plenty of videos of people, as soon as they open the doors to these stores, people are like a marathon. They like Black Friday running with their cars just to go get as much toilet paper as they can, all right? And me just was yesterday, all right, going to the grocery store to get groceries, and just, regular groceries, regular grocery shopping or whatever, whatnot, because I wound up running out of groceries at my house, as far as, just regularly ate up all the shit, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, going back to restock at the grocery store, all right, I had to go to 4 different grocery stores in, 3 different cities. All right, I had to go to 4 different grocery stores in 3 different cities just to make like 2 complete meals. All right, I got like some spaghetti, and I got like some basically like some yellow rice and some, so I picked up some chicken. That was pretty much all that I could find. And with the spaghetti situation, I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, right? But nevertheless, the only thing that was left on the spaghetti aisle, call halal YAHAWASHI for, his provisions. There was 2 jars. This big ass, the big bottle of the spaghetti sauce or whatever, whatnot, with the mushrooms in it. It was like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, might not be the taste or the flavor that I like, but I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's all that was all that was left. The Most High at least spared that their meal for me, which, like I said, call halal YAHAWASHI for that, But nevertheless, hey, like I said, 4 hours, 4 different grocery stores just to find, 2 complete meals. You know what I'm saying? One store had, some spaghetti noodles, and another store had the sauce. Another store had some chicken. Another store had a couple boxes of rice. And in fact, that's another blessing with the boxes of rice, because when I got to the shelf, the whole complete rice aisle was completely empty, right? And you had, a couple Edomites over there stocking the shelves or whatever, whatnot. And, they wanted to ask me what I was looking for. And I was like, I was looking for any of this type of box rice, whether it be like red beans and rice, or, the dirty rice or whatever, whatnot, in the little box, the Zataran's box or whatever, whatnot, But nevertheless, it was nothing on the shelf, but they just so happened to be coming around the corner with the boxes to stock the shelves with, And I was like, oh, shit, what you got in there? This is what I'm looking for right here, So on and so forth. Like, well, shit, how many do you need? And they had the rationale on there to where, you could only get so many boxes. But he was like, shit, if you really want to, you can have the whole box, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And I got lucky. And this was at the grocery store, the last grocery store I went to. And this is a relatively new grocery store that hadn't been around. Like, it's still a Publix, but they had recently opened this Publix grocery store maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago or something like that, So, and not very many, in where it's located, it's kind of out in the country. Nobody really knows it's even out there, So, that was a blessing, But nevertheless, I just wanted to showcase how these things are turning out to where the scriptures are being fulfilled, man. All right, where there's going to be sedition amongst men for the lack of bread, man. They're going to be invading one another, you know what I'm saying, and running up in people's homes, And in this here video, you'll see how easy of a target it is going to be, man. And especially, You know, I should probably do another video on this about these soft targets, man. You women, man. All right, now it's time that what is that? Micah 2:10. All right, she is my enemy. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be trotting down as the mire in the streets. This is those times, man. This is why we was telling you women, especially you women that's listening. Hey, man, this is why we've been giving you these warnings. Like, yo, you don't want to go to the last minute, try to find you a man of the Lord, try to get with at that point in time to be your hedge. All right, but what? Now that all these things happen, like the Lord said, like a thief in the night. You know, overnight this shit just popped up. You know what I'm saying? You know, overnight these scenarios popped up to where they start locking everything down. You know, and you know, as you go watching this here video or whatever, whatnot, you'll see this here long ass line. And like I'm saying, man, if I was, you know, because we all come out the world or whatever, whatnot. So you know how Jake be looking and planning, plotting, and scheming on motherfuckers or whatever, whatnot. I'm like, oh shit, that's a good little lick right there. You know, you see all these people in line. Right now, you know they got some cash on them. So if you're thinking like you was thinking back in the world or whatever, whatnot, I'm like, well, shit, they go a lick right there. Just run them niggas in the line. You know, these all soft targets anyway. They all old people, all women and old people, whatever, whatnot. They got up bright and early in the morning, you know, on the side of town where I'm, you know, a lot of these elderly Edomites and whatever, whatnot, you know. But nevertheless, they all soft targets in that line, man. All right, how much more when they come out of the damn grocery store? Before they go in the grocery store, you know they got money on them. All right, when they come out of the grocery store, they got the groceries on them, man. All right, so wait till we get to the point where, which they already got this already going on, where people are knocking people out in the parking lot when they get into their cars, man. So just imagine being a woman, all you independent women who's all fresh, fly, whatever, whatnot, don't need no broke man, don't need no, I'm Miss Independent, whatever, whatnot. Take your independent ass inside the grocery store and go get a case of water and try to walk your ass about that grocery store and see how do I say, how eerie that feeling is gonna be, man. All eyes is on you, man. And everybody thinking, shit, she ain't got no man with her. Shit, I'll overpower this broad right quick, you know what I'm saying, and take her shit. What's she gonna do, call the police? The police ain't coming. You see what I'm saying? Shit, I need to feed my kids. I need to feed myself, you know? When you go back to our history, you read about cannibalism and so on and so forth, you know? But before we get there, man, you're gonna have all out anarchy and chaos over food, you know? But I'm gonna go ahead and play this here video just so you can see, you know, how this is all starting to play out. And this is just the beginnings of all these things, you know? Here in Florida, you know, you really starting to see this here slow down from what, mid last week till, you know, right now, basically. You know what I'm saying? When we still figuring out what else is about to be shut down. You know, if you would have seen our camp video over the weekend, man, it was a fucking ghost town, man. A ghost town. There wasn't nobody out there, man, at all. The trolley came by, was damn near, probably all day we probably seen a total of maybe 7 people on the trolley. Not all at once, but throughout the whole time we was out, but maybe 7 people, man. All right, nobody at the sign behind us taking pictures. Everything was shut down, man. It was a complete ghost town. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this here video, and we're gonna grab a scripture or two. And again, this is me just driving back. I actually had to I circled back through the damn plaza. All right, so I bust this here left. You're gonna see this is the beginning half of this plaza. All right, this is where the line is starting. Where you see this guy walking up. This is the end of the line. They all Jake over there waving and giving thumbs up, you know. But if you look in profile of these people, these are all elderly people. Now, the youngest people out here, it would be just basically younger women or whatever, whatnot, you know? So imagine any of these people in a mob-type situation where motherfuckers is trying to grab up your groceries up out of this, you know, as soon as you walk out with your carts. None of these people really fit or in a condition to really try to defend themselves or protect themselves, man. All right, again, like I said, 8 o'clock in the morning, nothing else in this whole plaza is open. But they waiting in line to get inside the damn store, all right? Now, granted, like I said, you know, you get to a certain, you've been waiting in that line for maybe an hour or so, or whatever, whatnot. Then all of a sudden you find out that there ain't no more groceries inside the store, man. And you still have people outside the store. Like the other day, man, I was at Walmart. I went to the Walmart, and I found out that they started closing at 8:30, all right? Because I thought they were starting to close at 11, but now they're closing at 8:30, all right? So as I'm walking up to the door or whatever, whatnot, you know, you have some of these homeless-ass Edomites up at the door talking about something that they close or whatever, whatnot, you know, so I start turning back around, you know, you start seeing Jake walking up or whatever, whatnot. You know, Jake be letting Jake know about whatever, whatnot. You know, hey, man, hey, they closed, bro, they closed. And then you just start seeing people, what? Now they starting to look around. You know, I seen a family of Jake walking with their little young kids. They might have been going to go get their last little groceries or whatever, whatnot. They probably ain't ate in a couple days. I mean, they probably did eat, but just think, if they hadn't ate in a couple days and they realizing that the store is closed, and they seen the last couple customers rolling out with their carts full of food. All right, what do you think is gonna be running through their minds if they ain't ate? And you know, this has only been going on for like I said, about 2 weeks, man. Let this shit go on for a month. They talking about, oh, it might be for 90 days or whatever, whatnot. But hey, it's 3 months, bro. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, once all these things start getting, hey, we seen the fights over the toilet paper, man. How much more for the food? All right. So real quick, I'm gonna just read through this real quick, and we're gonna close out. But just nevertheless, because we read this all the time, people are like, well, how do you know that that's this, and how do you know that that's that? How do you know that they're not just going according to they wrote the book or whatever? Nah, man, what do you see actually going on around you? Do you not see how this, it's like you telling somebody, if you take a pot, put some water in there, put it on the stove, and turn that bitch up, it's gonna eventually start boiling. That's just the chain reaction of what's gonna happen. All right, this is the same thing that we tell you, like, yo, when these are all prophecies, all right, so this is what's gonna happen regardless. But the formula for, hey, we're going to go ahead and read it. It says, woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, so look, you're going to have all-out anarchy and chaos, man, where people are going to be fighting it out with each other, duking it out with each other, killing each other. All right, the scriptures also say, Matthew 24, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, so people ain't going to really be in that, lovey-dovey, sorrowful spirit. In fact, right now, people are in that spirit, like I said, at work, when I be at work and shit, talking to some of these Edomites or whatever. When I had this Edomite lady earlier today, just make a little small conversation talk. She came out, you could tell her countenance was down. It's like, you know what, the most important thing is just, since you, locked down in your house or whatever, whatnot, just, enjoy your family and the times that you spend with your family, and find out what's important in life and whatever, whatnot, just giving her that little piece, right? She came back out, gave me a little tip and everything like that. Well, thank you, Dave. Thank you, David. It just really brightened up my day. Like, really, bitch? You sitting at the house anyway all goddamn day. You don't really do shit. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. But that's really the terror of the Lord that's being put on these damn Edomites. You know what I'm saying? But, just make a little small conversation. But nevertheless, these people shook up out here, man. And shit ain't really got bad yet, Who knows that if next week all of a sudden everything just opens back up like it, full swing ahead, like, yo, out of all that those meals you didn't want to buying up, you only had enough time to cook and eat one of those meals, and all the rest of the shit, we back to normal again. But these people are all shook up over this, which they should be, because it's the judgment of the Lord that's going out, and they at the opposite end of that, so they should be, in fear and trembling of that, But nevertheless, hey, man, the food ain't ran dry yet. People, you ain't seeing lots and lots of stories of people, like, hey, it ain't safe to go to Walmart. They already got the police sitting outside in the parking lot of these major stores and retailers and at the doors. But you ain't really starting to see that shit pop off like that yet. You see it once here and there. But, hey, it's going to get real live out here, man. All right, so let's read that again. Verse 15, 2 Ezra 15:15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions stand in their power, man. So as they start to put in these, let me read the next. Well, when they start putting in these curfews and these, what do you call it, these rationales or whatever you want to call them, for how many rolls of toilet paper you can get, how many cases of water you can get or whatever, whatnot, man. When people realize, like, bro, I ain't going for another couple stores or whatever, whatnot, it's the last of the last, I got to go ahead and get this here water, bro. They not going to give a fuck about that, man. We're going to get this shit. Either you ring me up and I pay for this shit, or I'm going to just keep rolling the fuck out the store with this here grocery cart. What you going to do? By the time you call the police, bitch, y'all got so much shit going on. They not finna come out here for me stealing no cases of water, bro. They got way other shit going. It's a riot going on inside the damn Walmart right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, hey, even in the Walmart, man, people are fighting over the last one little item that's on the shelf, man. It's like one last little item with like some fucking mustard or some shit. Motherfuckers fighting over that. Like, dog, really? Really? Over some mustard? But hey, that's what it's coming to, because people are fearing what? Running out of food, man. All right, so what? They're not going to really regard these posted notices or whatever, whatnot, about a rationale on the food or whatever, whatnot, Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. As you see in right now, they haven't so-called officially said martial law, all right, but they're doing it in a soft way, all right? You having these, instead of, martial law being declared would be basically a nationwide situation passed down from the federal government. But right now you're having the state governments issuing, lockdowns, curfews, essential businesses closure, whatever, whatnot. They're banning international travel, and then they're slowly but surely going to get to the point to where they're going to ground all airlines, all right, which in turn is going to be what? You can't travel, domestically. You can't travel from place to place. They got checkpoints up or whatever, whatnot, and basically you're going to be quarantined inside your cities, and then pretty much from all the little videos that I've been seeing, from brothers around, around the U.S., different brothers in different camps, and the different group chats or whatever, whatnot, sending up videos of their little local areas, even the brothers that's down here, riding around. It's basically around these big arenas, like the football arenas or whatever, whatnot. They got those as quarantine zones, man. All right, and everybody is reporting these massive military vehicles rolling in, you know. I just had a relative come into town, what was it, last night, and they was like, yo, I just passed all the damn military vehicles being shipped down here, man. You see what I'm saying? So look, you know, hey, it wouldn't surprise me if they locked Florida. They was supposed to be talking about that earlier today to see if they was going to lock it down or stop, what do you call it, essential businesses, you know, or only have essential businesses running. But nevertheless, you know, this is where all these things is about to start going to, you know, full lockdowns and where you can't go from city to city, all right, so on and so forth. You know, they got the, what they call self-quarantines right now, but then you have people, there was one case where these people was like, nah, fuck that, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving the house, and they had basically the police come over there and try to enforce that, you know, and I believe in maybe California it is, they saying that you could be charged up to $1,000 and what, I think up to 6 months in jail for breaking your self-quarantine or whatever, whatnot, you know? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right? So, because of the pride of the city, man, hey, now, you know, you got these rednecks and these Edomites that's going to be named little militia groups, and they're going to start going on a hunt and a prowl, man. Same as Jake, man. They're going to go on a hunt and a prowl. It says, let me read that again. Verse 18, for because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You know, and I was meditating on this with another brother who was talking about it, but you know how a lot of these Americans like to showcase their whole life on, not YouTube, Instagram and Facebook about what they eating and how they living and how many, you know, these women, what kind of purses they got and, you know, so on and so forth, man. You just letting the whole world know how good you so-called living over there. So you an easy target. You the first target we're going to go get. You know, we're going to go get you know, so-and-so that's going out on all these lavish trips, got all the nice bags, designer clothes, taking pictures of all these nice meals, you know, living in this nice looking house or whatever, whatnot. We're going to go rob that bitch first before we go rob Keisha that work at the McDonald's, you know, living over there off Section 8 because she ain't really got shit. You know, she might have some food stamp food, but, you know, we're going to go get the big lick first, you know, because they already showcasing it. You know, we don't really know what Keisha got. We might be wasting our time with her little broke ass, you know. So, hey, a lot of these people, they already showcasing the things that they got. They already been bragging because that's what that whole social media shit is, like a facade. A lot of these people have been living in these facades, faking their whole life, making it seem like they living better than what they really are. But now that's going to be a detriment to them, you know. All these so-called independent single women that's flossing around. I don't got no man or whatever. What you a single target. I don't want no broke nigga. I make kind of stacks. I make these stacks or whatever, whatnot. All right, so I know you ain't got no man. All right, and I know you up in your house by yourself, and I know you got some money up in there. What you gonna do if I roll up in there and just put my hands on your ass real quick for that money? There's nothing you can do. All right, so that's why I keep saying these are soft targets. Elderly people, man. Somebody run up in your damn house, man, because they know that you got food or whatever, whatnot. What you gonna do, man? You can't do shit about it, man. All right. But hey, really, ultimately, if you ain't got the power and the spirit of YAHAWASHI protecting you, then it's really nothing you can do, you know? Because the scripture said in Isaiah 65 or what, verse 13 and 14, I believe. My servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. All right. My servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. All right. But nevertheless, you know, we're going to be taken care of, Lord, one part of that. We're going to be taken care of regardless. All right. But nevertheless, when you talking about the rest of these people and the rest of the world, how you going to really fare out here amongst the rest of these damn beasts, man? All right. Like I said, man, you're not talking and dealing with us and what we going to do to you in the damn grocery store line, but it's way more than wicked than it is of us. So you got to worry about their ass, man. All right. When they ain't had their drugs, their alcohol, their cigarettes for a whole fucking week, and all they doing is just bugging the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to go get some food or whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, they just liable to go ham, man. All right? So it says, verse 18 again, for because of the pride of their cities shall be troubled, for the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, hey, man, and this is after the fact that they start spoiling your ass in the grocery store and slaying you in the grocery store in the parking lots. All right, once that's all running out and they got these doomsday preppers, all these people that's hoarding all this extra shit, they're going to start running up in your house, man. Look at the first couple people who's over here posting up all these videos about, hey, I done went and bought me 500 rolls of toilet paper or 500 packs of toilet paper, whatever, whatnot. Yeah, your ass is a big-ass target when motherfuckers find out that they ran out of toilet paper, can't get no more. They going to come to your ass because they know you got it, man. Same with the food or whatever, whatnot, and so on and so forth, man, because of the lack of bread, because there ain't no food out there, man. There ain't no jobs out there. People going to be out there starving, man. You see what the line looking like in front of the Publix, man. All right? Like I said, just imagine they telling them ain't no more food up in there with the rest of them people walking about. How safe those people walking out the store gonna really be, man? How safe is it gonna be for the people out in the parking lot, you know, trying to get from the store to your damn car with the cart, you know? Like I said, man, hey, man, these women, soft targets, man. Now they about to be humbled, man. All right, now they about to start seeing a lot of these things that we've been telling them about, whatever, whatnot, come to pass, you know? Because they've been, they ain't gonna happen here, they ain't gonna happen here. All right, well, shit, you the one to go to the grocery store more often than the men do anyway. So you gonna be able to tell, man, how hard it is to find certain things, man. All right, then what you gonna wind up doing, you know? Talking to, you know, just certain women or whatever, whatnot, you know, and my family or whatever, whatnot, you know, they always used to ignore this, but now they all up on this or whatever, whatnot. Oh, this and that. Oh, I'm gonna go buy a gun. Oh, I'm gonna go move. Where the fuck you gonna move to? And if you do go buy a gun, you ain't got enough time to buy enough rounds to fight this shit off, bro. Like, you already lost, man. The doors of repentance was already open to your ass, but you despised it. That's why you're gonna have to learn after death by pain. In fact, I'm gonna close out with that. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall be in torments. So because you didn't want to hearken unto the Most High, all right, you're going to be tormented. For such in life have received benefits and have not known me. Yeah, the prophets came to you and told you who you was and so on and so forth, but what you know, you didn't know I wouldn't acknowledge that. Verse 11. And they have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet the place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. All right, the same must know it after death by pain. All right, so look, the Most High made a way for, you know, especially, well, really for you Israelites, all right, to be saved out of this, to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But what? 2/3 of our people rejected that, man. So you're gonna wind up having to be laid down by the sword. I said that was gonna be the last one, but we're gonna definitely close with this. Isaiah 65, start verse 12. It says, "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I call you, do not answer, and when I spake, you do not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus saith Yahweh power, behold, my servant shall eat, and you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, and you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, and you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and howl for vexation of spirit." And right now, this is that paradigm shift that's going on right now, because we was mourning, sighing, and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, and we still are. But that was because we was in full-blown captivity and oppression. All right, but now the Most High is speeding up the Deuteronomy 30:7, putting these curses upon our enemies and bringing down this here judgment on Esau. So now what? It's time for us to start rejoicing, man. All right, from here on out until we get into them chariots, man, and be delivered up out of here, man. But the point here that I wanted to grab was the fact that what? We're going to be straight, man. Right, the Lord is going to protect his servants, all right? But nevertheless, you know, just dealing with these situations of these shutdowns or whatever, whatnot, this is leading right into prophecy, man. This is leading right into where the scriptures say we will be. Last one, we're going to read Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2 or 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come and not tarry." You're talking about martial law, lockdowns, and the purge and all these things. People looked at us and laughed at us, scoffed at us or whatever, whatnot. But what? It was for an appointed time. You didn't see it back then, but now you live in it right now, man. People trying to get answers and trying to figure out what's going on right now. But you had already been told about these things, man. You chose to ignore these things, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, and pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.